I'm not always a very big fan of the countdown videos.
Oh
You
shit! I
know,
just recorded one.
Of like your
I
top
said I'm not
whatever.
always a fan.
I literally did right before we
Some
sat
of
down.
them I am interested, depending on the band. I don't mind listening to how someone might rank one particular artist's catalog, but some of them, I don't know, are like, what's the value of another Led Zeppelin ranking? What's the value of another
Right.
Rolling Stones
Because
ranking?
people have Led Zeppelin, that's why.
Well, yeah. Um, so, I mean, there's value in them for other people who may enjoy them. For me
Yeah.
personally, I know that Chris's recent one about REM got me thinking about, because I have almost everything by REM either on CD or on vinyl, and I was kind of thinking about, yeah, maybe I'll do that. I've got almost every Butthole Surfer, and so maybe, but then that's so daunting to sit there and listen to every
I
record,
gotta get some better love or something.
to give a ranking to it. Then,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like, man, one, I question the dedication of the people who do that. Did they really sit there all week and listen to? Now Robert says when he does something, he listens all week to the records, and I believe him that he's listening to the records, and when he's going through, and like when you did the 100 singles or whatever
Yeah.
that one that you did,
Well, I've only done one ranking one, and I did that one, and then I did Jefferson Airplane was the band, and
yeah. But there are
I
some
did. I went through and
people.
listened to the whole catalog
That
of
was a
those
great
guys.
video.
There are some people that I go, did you really listen to every single one of these? And
I only like ranking videos if it's a band I'm not familiar with. If it's a band I know, then I have no interest in
yeah,
it.
then
So
you
I
don't
guess
really
they do serve a purpose, but for the
well,
most
right.
part,
If I'm
I don't
unfamiliar with
follow.
them, then that's great, because then that helps me identify an entry point.
My
Yeah.
it's so my number ones are always such a cliche that I don't like if I did a Steve Miller Band one, my favorite Steve Miller Band album is Fly Like an Eagle. So you're getting all the way to number one, and it's like the most popular album, and it's there's a lot of groups like that where my favorite album is the Pink Floyd. My favorite album is Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, it would be such an anticlimax to get all the way to
You
number one, and
heathen.
then so yeah, I'm always a cliche when it comes to the favorite albums by a group. I don't
I
know
mean,
what my favorite Dave. I was going to do a David Bowie one, but I don't know what my. I would have to listen to all of them again.
but I did do a David Bowie ranking, and I got nailed in the comments for my number one, which was it's Station to Station. I love that record. It's great.
Yeah,
How
that's
can
a
it
great
I
not be?
record.
remember Craig
How
did a
can it not
Madonna
be
one and
Ziggy
put Rebel
Stardust?
Heart Way at the top, and that was just come on now.
Well, Ziggy Stardust is not my favorite one
I
either.
got in trouble for Rebel
My
Heart
number
being
three,
yeah.
and I got the comments were just like, "You're a fucking asshole. Fuck you." It's like it's it's not my favorite. It's my opinion. It's also not a big deal.
Right.
It's just my opinion.
Aladdin Sane is my favorite Bowie album.
See, that was number four, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not gonna
I
say
mean,
mine because I know I'll get shit. So
Let's
Let's
dance.
dance.
but no,
And everybody hates Let's Dance, but
Nobody
I like
hates
that
it, but
album.
nobody loves it.
I
I
get
love
tired
it.
of that. People that are like the contrary to the popular, what like I said with Steve Miller Band,
Yeah.
like that would be somebody's least favorite Steve, is this Fly Like an Eagle, or my least favorite,
Oh,
whatever
that's a
is their
great
most
record,
popular
Fly Like an
album.
Eagle.
It's great
Jesus.
for what it is.
Dark Side of the Moon is the worst Pink Floyd album, and all that kind of. It's
No,
like
no one would
that's
ever
that's
say that.
precious. That's
It's
precious.
not my favorite, but it's no one
Obscured
would
by
ever say
Clouds. That's the worst.
The
Pink
Vision
Floyd
Bell
album.
is my favorite, something
that.
like
Jesus,
that.
what a piece of garbage that is.
I don't know. So yeah, Tonight is my favorite Bowie album. There you go. Hear it. Let me hear it.
That is kind of
And pinups.
ridiculous.
And
You should definitely do a Bowie ranking video.
Yes.
Oh God, I know. I'm not. I'm not going
I've
to.
never heard this one. I've never heard this one.
Yeah,
And
most of
Tonight's
them I
no
haven't
ranking.
heard of, but I love. I mean, I love obviously Ziggy Stardust, and I don't have a lot insane. I'm trying to remember which ones I have.
Yeah, it's
I
wonderful.
like the earlier Steely Dan ones where they're more of a rock group and they've got more sarcastic kind of lyrics and they've got like Skunk Baxter
Yeah.
playing with them. I like Can't Buy a
Yeah,
Thrill
the-
and
the- The first
Countdown to
album
Ecstasy.
the first album is their best.
Yeah, I
I
don't care for the
I love
jazzy, pretentious, we're taking a year to make this kind of Asia stuff at all. I think Asia's just horrible.
That's your favorite album. Quit lying.
Right.
Yeah, come on.
Love it. That
No.
and Pet Sounds, your favorite records of all time.
Pet
AJ
Sounds is
and
just
Pet
so
Sounds.
there. It's just
God,
so
we're going-
like.
Are we
oh
gonna
my
do
God.
this again?
Yes.
No, we're not,
Let's
but
do
I
it
just-
again.
And
You know what?
again,
You know,
and again, and
Here's a
again,
little
and
feature
again.
that we could do
To
sometime.
quote Robert Smith from A Forest. Yes,
And-
David. It's a
Oh,
dildo
yeah.
powered by
Yeah,
hot air.
trust
How
me.
appropriate.
It's
Trust me,
what?
Yeah.
David. There's 4 gay men on this stream. We all know what Steely Dan means.
No.
Oh,
It's a
shit.
dildo
David-
powered by hot
David
air.
was
It's a
on it.
very appropriate name for somebody that did that
Really?
Asia album.
Yes. For
Wow.
Donald
I
Fagen.
don't. I didn't. This. I don't. I couldn't even tell you a Steely Dan song.
All right.
Ricky, don't lose that number. One of my favorite Steely
Oh,
Dan songs.
Paulina. That's
Now
the
who's-
catchphrase of the video.
Yeah, that's your cat. Yeah.
Paulina, can you
That-
Can you make a banner?
I didn't come here to be insulted. Yeah, they have all
Yes,
kinds of
Vince and
songs.
I have
Reeling in the
Dutch
Years.
there, but
Oh, is that? Are
Reeling
you reeling in the year? Oh, that song's terrible.
with no R. It's just years.
Oh,
Are you reeling in the years?
That's a
Yeah, but it's got a
terrible-
great guitar
terrible
solo.
song. Steely Dan was the name of a dildo that somebody put in the book Naked Lunch.
Oh, yeah, William S. Burroughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's very fascinating.
Yeah,
I
David knew
learned
that.
something new today.
David knows his dildos.
Oh, look, David.
Yes, David
you're
definitely
right.
knows his dildos.
David knows
William
his
Burroughs,
Steely
one
Dan.
of my favorite writers.
He is a fantastic.
So fancy.
We have a contest going on.
Yes, we
We
do.
have a
So the old lady
contest.
walks into the store. She's never been into a sex shop before, and she sees the dildos against the wall, and she's like, that one reminds me of my ex-husband. I'll take the red one. And the clerk goes, what, I'm sorry, ma'am, what did you say? She goes, what do you mean? I'll take the red one. And she points to it, and he says, ma'am, that's not for sale. That's the fire extinguisher. Yes, we are having a sale or a contest.
I love when you go into character.
For a $40 Amazon gift
I
card.
just almost spit all over the damn computer. Thank you.
Oh.
God,
All you have to do is make a video.
We've stooped to dad jokes.
That's not
Wow.
a dad joke. That's a grandpa joke. So yeah, we're having a contest. And all you have to do is make a video.
I was
be,
waiting for you to do that.
Yes.
To make a video about albums you think each of us would love or albums you think each of us would hate. So that means 4 albums. Or you can make a video with love and hate if you want to show 8 albums. And you don't even have to show the albums. We didn't mention that either. You can just talk about them. We don't expect you to have all of
We
this in
hit
your record
200
collection.
subs.
They could be CDs. They could be albums that you could, if you have the technology, you could just put up the JPEG of the cover art. You certainly don't have to have all of the albums. We just reached 200
I think
subscribers.
That's what that person just and
Hey,
I
Gus.
verified it.
Nice to see you from South
Yeah,
America.
good. One of my favorite channels.
Wow.
First channels I ever started watching when I was just watching before I started making videos was Goose.
I think mine
He's
is
great.
I need to watch that person. I think
Yeah, he's great.
I think my channel now you guys have beat me, damn it.
When
I mean,
the clerk said, you can't have that,
no,
that's
wait
the
a
fire
minute.
extinguisher. She said, well, just take 3 of those white ones and duct tape them together.
Oh my God! What the hell is going
You
on?
are crazy. I'm sorry, we're not as good as my channel. I'm 9 away from 300. Not
What?
that I ever pay attention. You all are way above me in
No,
subscribers.
let's get going, please. I have a lot of subs. But
All right, everybody who is watching right now, if you're
Oh,
not
no, we didn't.
subscribed to Craig's
Sub
channel,
up,
you need to do it.
Greg.
All right.
Yeah,
This is
that's
bullshit.
that's not what it's about. But
He has more than we do, so everybody watching
Yeah,
this
I
probably already has subscribed.
yeah, they probably have. But that's
Everybody
great.
watching Craig's channel, please subscribe to
Yeah,
the
please
Vinyl
subscribe to
Community
the Vinyl
Guncles.
Community. And I say it when I do. I don't do videos as much as I used to because I'm always with you guys.
No, I like when people make a video and they put a personal touch to it. They tell a story about an album or a song, or I mean, who doesn't love that? I love that, and that's what I want to hear, and I should do more of that when I make videos. But yeah, no, I want to hear that personal story of what this record means to you, what what you were thinking when it came out, if you're around, or where you were when you bought it. I like the personal story to the music.
Yeah. I've really been enjoying a lot of the channels that are, people who are like in their 20s, in their early 20s, and they're starting their record collections, and some of them have collections that are just like blow mine away, especially in the jazz collections. I mean, some of these records that they show and then they talk about and their enthusiasm, I just really, really like listening to them.
With these young people's videos, do you ever make it to the end of the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I start watching a video, I watch it all the way.
Craig got it. Okay.
No, I'm
right.
with
This
Richard.
is unfair because I have been dealing with a fever all week. and my brain is only just now coming out of the fog. So
Richard's going back to
speaking of
the
fogs,
whole...
I had to get another mudslide.
y'all are making
you out. You out.
Except that I'm afraid that it's too early for me to start imbibing.
Sometimes that helps.
Let's pretend we're married by Prince. Of course we know it's Prince, David. Silly.
Yeah, that was my first fuck probably on an album.
What?
First time hearing fuck on an album was probably Let's Pretend We're Married.
That's
Jesus.
That's one of my...
that would have been Billy the Mountain for me.
I mean, I know there's earlier ones like Jefferson Airplane and The Fugs and Billy... No, you know what? Billy Joel actually... that's crazy. I just realized that Billy Joel was my first fuck on an album. I mean, how crazy is that? Billy Joel.
Fuck?
Yeah. You'd think it would be somebody, like a metal band or no, Billy Joel. The song is Laura, and it's on the Nylon Curtain. There's an echo.
I know, I'm hearing echoes.
Somebody turned their YouTube volume on.
That would be a good question. Your first fuck on an album. Billy Joel, Laura.
Albums, but
Wouldn't that
name was
break
Laura.
the album?
The Nylon Curtain.
I'm sure I heard fuck on out, but really like the thing that like hearing like Two Live Crew and stuff like that, like 1 and 1, we was having some fun in the bedroom all day and all of the night.
See, I don't know that Billy Joel album, but
I like this album.
Billy
There's
Billy the Mountain was definitely my first.
Oh my god! Let's see how many good songs are on here. 1, 2.
That's it. Pressure.
3.
Under Pressure?
4.
I
There's
don't know that.
5. 4.5.
I've never really been a Billy Joel fan.
No one is but me. I'm the only Billy Joel. I'm the only person ever defending Billy Joel. Look at that.
Well,
That's a rocker right there. He's got the morning paper and a cup of coffee.
I'm not a big fan of his later material, but I love Piano Man and I love The Stranger.
I like the songs that you guys talk shit about, like Uptown Girl and We Didn't Start the Fire.
Okay. I'm not going to We Didn't Start the Fire, but Uptown Girl's all right.
And I know your story with that, Mikey. So, and that makes it even more special.
I mean, yeah. What else is on? Uptown.
No,
No,
Uptown Girl's an innocent man. Allentown's great because that's the first. Because I'm from Granite City, which is a steel town, and that all of that stuff that he's talking about was happening in my family and in my town at the exact time that song was out. So it's a real You know, it's like, you know. Plus, the video has male nudity in it.
What?
I would. Let me watch it.
He says holding his dog.
I see.
We're gonna watch male nudity, Daisy.
It's just a shower scene, and it's just the backside.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's a shower scene. Oh, I forgot.
Wow. So we're going to start off hard and heavy with our first from
look, our
Wasp. That was the
Swedish
one
friend here.
when the PMRC was going strong. That was the one they always pointed to as
Oh,
like,
they always.
this is the biggest hit that all the kids are listening to. And it's like that is a B-side that like no one had at the time, no one had heard of.
Tipper had Wasp in her eyesight. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they were all after. It was either black artists with rap they were going after, or it was heavy metal. They really had no clue as to what the rest of the music world had been doing. I mean, you know, for fuck's sake, go back to the 1940s and, you know, the songs that they were singing, a little more coded, but by God, it was all about sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is right here. I mean, the PMRC put Wasp on the radar, but also I distinctly remember being in a store and seeing I think I was probably, this was a little bit after the PMRC had already been going strong and the stickers have been out for a while now. And I was like 18 or something. And I remember these, like, they looked like they were 12 years old, distinctly wanting tapes with the stickers on them. It's like they were saying they had got some kind of gift card or their grandma had given them money and they could get 3 tapes. And they had 2 and they were looking for another one. They're like, don't get that. It doesn't have a sticker on it. So it was like, if it didn't have the PMRC sticker, you didn't want it.
So
I had
just.
Wasp
Go ahead.
PMRC thing happened. I remember that vividly. Yeah, I had no idea who they were.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of did, but so I just pulled up the Filthy 15.
Yeah.
That is one of my Zappa records that I need to get. Is the one that he has the track from the PMRC and the Porn Wars. I have it on CD, but I don't have it on vinyl.
He was so good when I remember when he went in front of Congress. He nailed it. He absolutely nailed it.
Start with 15.
Oh my God, I've got this. I got a story with that too. Let me get it right here.
Working Class Hero.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my mom would go to garage sales and she would get Beatles albums for me because she knew that I was into the Beatles. And this woman told her, well, this is John Lennon. So she got this for me and I was playing it and she heard that I was so fucking crazy that you can't understand. I think he says it twice. And she took the record from me and was going to sell it in the next garage sale. And she wrote on it, I don't know if you can see that or not. She wrote on it, adult. That's my mother's handwriting. $3. And I knew where she hid it, and so I just took it back. And she forgot all about it and whatever, so I still have it. But yeah, adult.
That's
in my mother's handwriting.
That's amazing.
see, I would put that in a frame, and I like we talked about last week. What album would you frame? I would frame that.
Who is Venom?
It's another heavy metal group.
Okay, so number 15 was Cyndi Lauper's She Bop.
Wow. There
For-
you go.
Like anybody could figure out that was about masturbating
I know.
unless you already
I know.
knew that.
Yeah, you had to know it though.
Right, yeah.
Tipper knew it.
14, well, of course, because she was doing it. 14 is Venom. Possessed. I don't know who Venom is.
Yeah, I'm not
so let me
familiar
just
with
say
that.
Mary Jane Girls in My House. Black Sabbath Trashed. Mercy.
What
That's
are
right up
these
there with
songs?
Paranoid.
What are you reading?
Up here with
What
Iron
are
Man,
these?
you know.
This is the Filthy 15 that Tipper Gore and her gang did.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So, number 12, Black Sabbath Trash. Merciful Fate, Into the Coven.
Coven.
I love how on the White
Witchcraft.
Album, Why Don't We Do It in the Road is followed by I Will.
Do it in the road, yes.
I will.
Def Leppard,
Julia?
High and Dry. Wasp,
Yeah.
Animal, Fuck Like a Beast. Dress You Up in My Love, really? Madonna Dress You Up was on the Filthy list?
She was scandalous.
Yeah, but she had...
Like a Virgin would be more scandalous than
Yeah,
that.
then Dress You Up. Twisted Sister, We're Not Gonna Take It.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Right, yeah, and D. What was his name? D. Sanders.
D. Snyder.
D. Snyder.
Snyder. He testified as well,
Hey.
and that was a pretty incredible testimony that he gave to the committee. I mean, for D. Snyder to show up in Washington,
And he shows up. He's like Rob Halford. He shows up and he's all professional in his suit. He's still got the long hair and everything, but he's got his suit and he's like talking like all like judicial and everything. And they're like, "What the hell?"
Oh, 'cause that was a character that he used. I mean, that's
Well,
like,
sure, but I mean, people were like thrown off.
Free Willy isn't an appropriate title for a kids movie. Okay, number 6, AC/DC, Let Me Put My Love Into You. Number 5, Motley Crue's Bastard.
Yeah, a lot of these are album tracks.
Yeah, number 4, Vanity, Strap On Robbie Baby.
wow. Oh yeah,
Judas Priest, Eat Me Alive.
great song.
Number 2.
I love how Judas Priest was accused of being like misogynistic towards women, and it was so. It's like there's no woman in that song.
No. And then Sheena Easton, Sugar Walls is number 2.
That was probably sexually. That was probably the dirtiest song out on the radio at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, that was without actually saying profanity.
You didn't know what
Provocative too.
it was. Yeah.
She's awesome.
And then, of course, number 1 is Darling Nikki.
Wow. And they skipped over so much that's worse. I mean,
Yeah.
She Bop, Dress You Up. There's much worse than that.
Yes.
Whitesnake, Slide It In. Where was that?
Yeah, I'm going to dress you up in my love, though.
Yeah, I used to love all those. You were the one that did that. Chris from Record Talk did a video with the bad lyrics, and they were a lot of them were sex lyrics. I love all those sex, like over the top.
I almost did a video to go onto that thread, but I couldn't think of 5. I could think of 4, but I couldn't think of 5.
I thought of a rap one that what the hell's that guy's name? Pitbull, where he says, "Picture me not working hard. Me not working hard. Yeah, picture that with a Kodak. Better yet, go down to Times Square and take a picture of me with a Kodak." Like you just rhymed Kodak with Kodak.
What does that mean? I don't get it.
Exactly. That's why it's a bad lyric. I was gonna do a great lyric video to follow it up with, like the best lyrics, best John Cougar lyric. She said, "Come here, little boy. I'm going to put my pussy right on your face." I mean, that's not even entendre. That's not even... That's just... It made Mike freeze. I mean, it was so bold. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Froze.
But yeah, "Come here, little boy. I'm going to put my pussy right on your face."
Is that
John
real?
Cougar. Where was that song on the Filthy 15 if we're doing album tracks?
Filthy 15.
I think they were trying to copy off of. Wasn't there an English in England? There was a video thing with horror movies called the Video Nasties list or something, and there was like the nasty 20 that, and these videos had to all be pulled out of stores or something.
Is that a
So
real
they were
lyric?
probably
Let me put my pussy on your face, or whatever you
"Come here, little
said.
boy. I'm going to put my pussy right on your face."
That's real.
I mean, that
And
just take all the
that's
poetry out, all the
so-
double, and just boom.
Wow.
That's a song called "Tonight." It's on the album Nothing Really Matters, but what if it Edith Massey on the back cover?
Dear God. I don't have that.
You need to get it, because it also has the song "Cry Baby," where he says, "My baby's a cry baby. She sits on my lap and balls." I'm serious. I think it's the next song.
When do we do shots? Hey, Terry.
I don't know. I gotta
Hi,
get that other
Terry.
one. Time to quit playing around.
For bad lyrics, I almost decided to. One of them I was considering. It was grammar that was annoying the fuck out of me with this one, and that was Lady Gaga, "A Bad Romance." You know, you and me can have a bad romance, and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Terry,
Hey, it's Terry.
how are you?
Oh my god! I mean, you left us.
It should be you and I
Or
can
in a
have a
change.
bad romance. All right. There is no reason to say you and me. There's
Five
no.
time.
Some people, some people. Bob Dylan would write songs that were grammatically incorrect, but because of a rhyming scheme or because of the meter or something like that. This was just plain stupid to me. And every time I hear that song,
Maybe
I'm
it was
going,
planned.
it's you and I can have a bad romance. Anyway, that was one of the songs that I would have put in that list.
Rah rah ah.
That's still my favorite Lady Gaga. Little Monsters, favorite Lady Gaga. Everything else she's done afterwards to me is
Lady
Well,
Gaga.
the Monsters is actually just a add-on later.
Couldn't promote Lady.
I wonder how many naive teenagers heard "Pour Some Sugar on Me" and thought that's what they're actually supposed to do. And like some sexy girl walked out with a big old fucking pound bag of sugar and just poured it all. It's like, goddamn!
That's what I thought.
I had plans for chocolate chip cookies later on, but I guess not.
Oh, you're bringing the flour. You're bringing the chocolate.
or the
chip.
psychedelic band Nectar.
I like
Oh. We had a local band in when I was in college called Fuckter, and it was Fucter. And they were trying to be like, we can say that on the radio, okay, the college radio station. I'm like, no, you can, no, absolutely, obviously, you cannot say fuckter. Well, it's spelled like, yeah, because people can see spelling on the radio. Fuckter, Fucter.
Well, like Starfucker, you can't say their name on the radio.
That's why I always thought that the band No FX to me their band was No Fucks. But because you couldn't say No Fucks on the radio, they became known as No FX.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But to me, when I see that, it's clearly, to me, it's No Fucks.
No fucks.
And when you listen to their music and the attitude of the music, they clearly give no fucks.
Ride my face to Chicago.
Yeah, Richard would know that. It's the Mothers. I don't know that one. Andy's in Chicago.
When Foghat came out with the record was Slow Ride on it.
Slow Ride.
I mean, I was so out of it. I had no clue what was going on with my friends and my peers at that time, especially when it came to sex. I was so naive that this girl just point blank one day told me, well, you know what the song Slow Ride's about, don't you? And I'm like,
now you do.
Fucking. And I'm like,
I thought it was about driving a car slow.
Yeah, I thought it was about driving a car going slow. Take it easy.
What it's about? We were going on a slow ride. Grandma and Grandpa.
I'm in the mood. Yeah, it's Sunday. It's like 10 a.m.
I am 100% sure I never thought it was about
We're
that.
going on. I'm 100% sure I probably did. Because
I'm in the mood to
I
really
I
right.
probably
little
knew
Mormon boy.
subconsciously, I
did
knew
not
probably,
get anything
what it
dirty.
was. But at that time, I was so suppressed in my thoughts that I could never admit that to myself unless it was an over-the-top song that was funny, satire, something like that. Then I could accept a song about sex. But any other kind of song about sex, no. I that was something my mind was like putting up major walls
I'll be right
against.
back, Tom.
Yeah, I think we probably all did that too. Yeah.
The San Francisco gay band Voice Farm. I have not heard of them. Anyone?
Voice Farm. No.
Voice Farm. Yeah, I don't know them.
I actually I've heard of them, but I don't know anything about them.
Didn't Craig or something? I think Craig might know who they are. I've heard.
Yeah,
that
Craig
somebody,
definitely knows who they are. Yeah.
Didn't he show an album if they've got like a shirtless guy on it or something? No, somebody up in here or on a different video has talked about Voice Farm. I think it was Craig.
Really?
Yeah.
Craig? Our Craig?
Yes.
He knows like a San Francisco.
Slow
Wait,
your
what
ass
year?
Down. Slow your asses down. Slow your asses down. Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the one. That's exactly what I was going to say. They're wearing them little tidy
Oh,
whities
yeah.
with nothing in them.
Tidy-whities.
It's like, was it
I
cold?
don't know. When I hear
It
San
probably was
Francisco
cold.
band, I think of like Jefferson Airplane. So,
Because I was going to
Definitely-
get that
definitely
album,
not
and then I saw a
Jefferson
clearer
Airplane.
picture of it, and it's like, really?
Yeah, but it's really good. And they
Well,
do
you need
Salad
something more in
Goes on
them
the
britches if you're
Roses.
going to put it on the front of a cover like
Salad-
that.
But you also
I
have
would
to
never
think
do that.
about
Jeez.
back in 1980, whatever, they couldn't be putting a big old dick. They had to like kind of hide it.
The Rolling Stones did.
Mhm.
That's 1971.
But that was art. That was Andy Warhol.
They
Oh,
go,
that's
yeah.
wait,
true.
no, and that's
Did.
also not. That's also on Sticky Fingers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a member of the Rolling Stones. That's
What's a member?
It's
definitely a member.
Yeah,
Never
I
mind.
don't think that's a member of Voice Farm. Isn't those just two guys?
I don't know.
Well, you
I don't. Tom, do you
need to
know?
know this.
Tom, are these guys actually in Voice? I don't know. One of them.
What year was that released?
80 something.
Because Calvin Klein was doing plenty of ads by then.
Right.
Yeah. It looks like a Calvin Klein ad.
So this one's 87. I think 82.
I'm into it. It's great. I don't know what the music sounds
They
like, but
fucking cover "Sally Go Round the Roses." Sally
Oh,
Go
that's,
Round
they
the
covered that song. That is such a
Roses.
great song.
Wow.
That's the Pentangle.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
And then on the next one, they cover
We don't care
Yeah,
about
like
the
you're
next
going to
one.
get us.
"Nowhere to Run."
You're
Martha
going to get all
and the
four of us
Vandellas.
in a pair of tidy whiteys for an album cover. Yeah,
right.
Yes,
The Guncles are going to be canceled.
one of this Harley Brown is the lead singer.
Be like a bunch of old Italian men sitting
So-
around at a
Oh, okay.
beach.
Which
That's what I'm
one's
talking about.
Harley, Tom? Yeah,
Those
they're
don't look like Italians.
they're kind
Let's
of
just
I
say
should
that.
have opened a bottle of wine.
Sally Go Round the
Yeah, this Limoncello is going down really, really nice.
Oh,
See,
Tom says
you're
that
feeling
is-
better,
it
aren't
is
you?
them on
You-
the cover.
Yeah.
You haven't coughed at all since you started drinking the
It's the
limoncello.
cure-all. You know what else is the cure-all? Raising your arms.
Raise
I-
your hands if you just don't
My
care.
mother would say,
Raise
if
I
your
don't
you
feel
hands
that.
and swing them
My
in
mother-
the air.
I thought it was a
if you had
deodorant
the-
commercial. Raise your hands if you're sure.
If you're sure, yeah. But if you had like the hiccups, or if you were having gas,
Oh my
or
God.
if you were, choking, raise your arms. My mother, it was the cure.
My mother did the same thing. Every
Wow,
time
I've
I
never
had
heard
hiccups.
that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, every time I had the hiccups, my mother would be like, "Just raise your hands over your head
Or
and
if you're
walk around."
choking, raise your arms. Raise your arms. Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
always try and find a way to scare the shit out of somebody, and then their
Yeah.
hiccups would be gone.
No, you strike a match and then you put the match in a, or you put the match out in a glass of water and then you drink the water.
I see.
What
So
is
what
that?
do you do if you need to determine if someone's a witch?
Wait, now
you
we're
throw them
talking
in a
about
lake.
Romeo Void.
And if they drown, then they were not a witch.
Ah,
Wait, I gotta talk.
they're a duck if they float.
Tom here.
Right.
Every time somebody at the local bar I go to, if they get the hiccups, we turn them upside down, and they have to stand on their hands for like 60 seconds.
The
And
next
then-
time somebody has the hiccups, take a match, put the match out. Don't put the match, just put the match out
It'll be a
in the
whole
water.
lot easier.
Drink the water.
Trust me, some of these cows, I'm tired of turning these people upside down.
Oh, Mark,
I can't believe that people would let you do that.
Who
Oh.
are we building a
But
bridge out of?
I'm also usually the one who has the hiccups, and they get handsy.
And telling everybody that you have them. I have the hiccups, everybody. Everybody, I have the hiccups. Over here, hiccups.
I never do
The,
that.
the only
know
remedy
what?
for hiccups I ever learned in a bar was taking a wedge of lime with bitters on it.
I've done that, and it
Never heard
doesn't
that.
work all that much. For me, it doesn't work. But yeah, the turning upside down, it does work for me for about a half an hour, and then I got them back. So.
Take a dick up till you cure them hiccups.
Jesus, here we go. This is why you turn in for the live episode, people.
He could take a dick up to the hiccup.
Because you never know where it's going to come. Ow.
To the hiccup.
Oh, I can just
gonna
imagine.
use-
I have the hiccups. I have somebody turn me out. I've got the
Turn me
hiccups.
upside down.
Inside out, whatever.
And then like 6 guys come over and turn you upside down, and they
Right.
get handsy.
I got
It's
the
very
hiccups. Quick,
odd.
69.
Okay. The next time I see Richard in person, I'm definitely gonna get the hiccups just to see his reaction.
Be careful.
Fake the hiccups.
You might get what you wish for.
Oh, build a bridge out of her. What the hell? Like the Judds?
Probably another reference to a duck.
Love can build a bridge.
This is Shanky's Whip, and it's an Irish whiskey, but it's very like
Is it made in prison by
Oh,
people who
yeah.
stab other inmates?
it's made by prisoners in Ireland.
In
What's
the
on the
bathroom.
turntable
in
right
the-
now?
It's fantastic. Do I need a shot glass?
What's on
I
The
need to
right
get
last
a
thing
shot
I
right
listened
now,
to
nothing.
was Ministry. The
What was
land
that?
of rape
Oh
and
my
honey, right? The land of rape and honey, right? From Ministry.
Probably
And I thought that was just like a title they came up with to be, provocative. It turns out that is from a literal city slogan in Canada that the city called itself the land of rape and honey. Because of like
Really?
rape weed or whatever, rape wheel or whatever. So yeah, very I learned that today.
All right, I'll use this shot glass here from the Theodore Roosevelt National Park.
I don't even know what this is. This is this is a Jägermeister thing. Fun
Mine's
fact, I can't drink Jägermeister.
Neither can I.
Neither
I
can
get
I.
sick.
I
don't
drink
Let me change it.
in the 90s.
I won't drink it.
Fun fact: a lot of
I've
people get
never
sick
drank
from
it.
Jaeger.
I just get sick. I don't know. There's something in it. I don't know what it is. Like I'm allergic to beer, so I can't drink that either. So whatever I don't know.
The liquor-
Rapeseed. That's exactly what it is. Rapeseed.
How
Yeah.
big is
And they
it?
say they call it the land of rape and honey. I thought that was just like a Ministry album title. It's literally a city's slogan.
Oh. It's a
Oh,
regular
shots.
shot. It's a
Craig
regular
hears
shot,
that all the
dude.
time.
No.
It only gets bigger.
Cannonball. That's a good record. That's a good song. Cannonball.
It's a regular. This is a regular shot glass.
Yeah,
y'all.
so is this. But mine's always smaller than everybody
It's
else's.
wider, right?
That's
yeah.
a big ass shot glass that Mike has. God damn.
Yeah.
I mean, do I
mine's
need a shot
wider.
glass? I got a little
do
shot
it.
glass. Look at my little shot glass. It has
If you're going to do a shot, or are you going to take a hit?
Okay, I'll just do it. Because that's how this shit gets ugly if I just start slugging off of a bottle. Yeah, I remember. Okay, we're doing shots.
We're
Cheers,
doing-
And
everyone
what?
watching.
And to what? What,
People are
shot, what
actually
is our
watching.
shot for?
To the fucking guncles, and as Shane would say, up your bum.
Hey, Sansa.
That made everybody freeze. Oh.
Oh wait, we did.
Aye.
That's good. This is
Oh my
really
God.
good. I highly recommend this shit.
Yarn, matey.
This is,
That was some good rum, guy.
That was harsh.
Well, you've been drinking mudslides all night.
An
Yeah.
album by the initial.
So you've
of
got a
the
good
other
cushion in
Drunkles.
your stomach from those
Oh!
mudslides. You know, they'll absorb all of that. Because doesn't a mudslide have ice cream in it?
Oh, hey,
Not
Christopher.
this one.
Hi, Terry.
No, this is a bottle that just has
Did I miss Terry?
mudslide. Chi-Chi's mudslide.
Yeah,
you know.
he just went through. Terry smokes
From
a lot.
The,
But if you lived with Robert, you would smoke a lot too.
can you imagine knowing me and being like, I want to live with that for the rest of my life?
With Griffin,
I remember when I first
I know.
moved to Tucson,
Danny would want to live.
and
with you.
I mispronounced chimichanga, and I called it a chichichunga. And the
That's not a
waitresses,
mispronouncing that.
the bartender laughed at me because chichis is Spanish for tits, I guess.
Oh wow, I'm drinking tits mudslide. That's
Pretty sure.
I
odd.
love drinking tits.
I
Jesus.
haven't done that since I was a baby.
DJH record
yeah,
hound.
record
Oh, hound. I'm a hound dog.
But Goose's idea is that's a
Yes.
good one because
Craig calling
Yeah, it
Elvis
is.
Presley's Hound Dog a piece of shit. I never will forget that. And then Lycan Tusk.
Oh my god.
that would work. Whenever we are recording
Ethan?
something, we just have to think about that day
I have
and
something.
what record would we pull to go with whatever happened on that day. That's actually a good one
Pastor Kern.
that would go from one.
Hey.
You know,
Well, that's the same thing we were doing, but just more difficult.
No, it's not more difficult.
Okay,
It's just
okay,
whatever
so
news event
album,
happens. Because to me,
Oh, we
there'll
weren't
be
doing
a
another
news
shot. I'm
event.
sorry.
Yeah,
there's a
I
news-
was about to say.
Oh,
Are you doing the
Love you,
same
Danny.
shot, or have you poured?
he's on
another
a
shot?
second one. But I don't have any more of my.
No. You
vodka,
can't
so I
do
gotta
shots
this.
unless we all do shots.
Light blue.
No.
See, so
We have
I'm sipping the
Guncle rules?
limoncello.
So it would be light blue would be a light blue record probably, color vinyl.
So my last job that I worked at the hotel.
That's it. We do the vinyl hanky.
I do love the
anyway.
hanky code. That's amazing.
But we do color vinyl instead.
That brings
Wait,
up a story.
who said that?
Vincent.
Van Gogh.
I can't see the comments.
The hanky
Vincent.
code vinyl pairing segment.
How would we make that work? We will.
Well, I
hanky
I
go
would
with
have
the
to learn
color
that.
of
I would
hanky
have to
goes
learn
with-
the hanky code.
Color vinyl. Mine would be light blue.
I gotta look up the fucking hanky code. I always
No,
forget
you
it.
don't.
I don't even
who
know
are you
the
trying to
hanky
fool?
But
No, I do. I do have to look it up.
The hanky
fuck
code
knows
is
the
very.
hanky code. No gay
complicated.
man actually knows the hanky code.
Yes.
What? Give me a
they
color. I'll
do.
tell you what it means.
Red.
I'm not
No.
explaining what that is.
No,
Come on. now.
red is no.
Forest
we can't
green.
say that on. No, we can't.
That's not how you do that. It's
Yes,
this.
that's what red is.
Well, I've never
God.
fucking done it.
I'm doing shots after that.
All right, so gray.
That's why my outfits are orange. There is nothing associated in the hanky code with orange.
No,
yes.
there's extended ones that people make up. But
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
if
but-
you wear your orange hanky on the left, anything, anytime. If you wear it on the right, nothing now. Just
Yeah.
cruising.
There's
that's
literally
kind
of
a
my
hanky
day-to-day
code for
mood.
everything. Right?
all or nothing, like Milli Vanilli.
There's yeah.
All
There's a
or
hanky
nothing.
code
Oh,
for
it's
everything you
nothing
do
like
when you
Milli
walk out
Vanilli.
the door. Oh shit! I thought you fell down.
So
Well,
welcome to
anyway-
the vinyl community.
Yeah.
We're talking
this is
about
great.
that made 3 people leave.
Yeah. Bye, friends. I love you. Come again when you can't stay so long, as my mom says. I dream was that I was having this
Stop.
threesome. And I won't say who was in my threesome, but I was having this threesome because one of them I didn't know who they were. I was like,
I'm gonna have
What
a
are you-
shot during this
"What
story.
What are you doing, third person that I don't know who you are?" And they're like, "Ooh, hey, let's do this. Let's have this threesome." So we're doing this, and we're having a threesome. Well, kind of. We were like making out and kind of, and all of a sudden, the two people stop after kissing me, and they're like, "Yeah, no, bye."
Oh my!
Yeah, and like, "Oh, you have
Oh,
bad
my.
breath."
So I was gonna say you're not. I'm not into bad breath.
Oh, you're a terrible kisser, and I'm not a terrible kisser. Well, so I've been told. I guess I can't brag about myself, but I've been told I'm a mighty fine kisser. But
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
know.
I've been
Maybe I'm
told that.
terrible. Maybe I am terrible. Maybe that was a like revelation in my dream.
Who has ever been
I'm
told they were
terrible.
a terrible kisser?
I mean,
Nobody.
I fucking have told people they're terrible kissers. It's like, no, you're a fucking lizard. What? Oh my
I've
god!
been told I'm weird because I don't close my eyes. I'm sorry, too
Yeah.
much information. That brought a hush over the crowd.
Weird.
Also,
That might be a little weird.
your eyes.
Well,
That
why
may
would
be
you? I
why-
want to see
that
what
may be
I
why
mean, you
so
know.
many people request the blindfold.
They were rude, though, these people in my dream. They were so rude. And I was so upset when I woke up in the morning. I was so
Okay.
very upset.
You know what, Craig? Can I defend myself for a minute?
So you were the third person. That's been revealed. Oh, I'm a total sociopath. But not all There's a difference between sociopaths and psychopaths. I just want to make that clear.
I am 100% sure that Craig is a fantastic kisser.
What's the sociopath trait?
That you don't close your eyes when you kiss.
Oh, no.
That's pretty weird, by the way.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure that Craig is a fantastic kisser. I'm not sure about your breath because we've never met in person.
No, right?
But,
there you go.
Yeah.
Breathe, smell it.
But I would never, ever say anything to you. I would just be like, oh, girl, I'm out of here. Right. I just would have left. I would never have, confronted you.
I just want to say to all you bitches, you are fine people, and I love every one of you.
So Craig had a dream about having a three-way with Mike and another person. That's like a mystery, like doesn't exist.
I don't know who the third person was. They were just random.
That is.
They weren't random. I mean, they weren't random.
They were like a dream person that's like a only exists in a dream.
Right? Yeah.
Do we need more shots?
I don't know if I can do any more shots.
I just did another one,
I'm gonna
so
drink more of my
I'm not ready for another shot.
Hey, Richard, how's your flu?
He's
What
forgotten
flu?
all about it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mother Share. She heals all.
I thought you said, how's your
My
flute?
key is, how well do I sleep at night?
I went with my
And last night,
like, why is it called a skin flute? Because a flute has the thing on the side.
Are we?
I never understood that.
What album would you pull if you wanted to talk about a skin flute?
If you wanted to talk about,
I never got that phrase because a flute, the thing is on the side, and it's like this.
This is why we don't do.
Well, you see, when I was like 9 years old, I never.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the guy that suggested the 17 Seconds album? Thank you very much for that. And I have
when I
yet
was
to
like
hear
9 years, when I was like
reason.
9 years old, I never understood the term blowjob because you don't blow.
I heard a story when I was in college.
Defend us.
I heard a story in college about that, and the girl did that, and it really hurt the guy.
Wait, what?
Because she thought that's what you were supposed to do.
She thought you were.
She was wrong.
She's supposed to. Richard was saying he never understood the term blowjob.
Okay.
And I'm saying I heard a story in college about a girl that did that to a guy, and it really hurt because that's what she did. And then, with no air coming from anywhere else, and it really hurt.
And it exploded.
No shit. Okay. You blow air into the bladder. That's going to cause problems.
And it really hurt.
The term blowjob was invented.
But if you want to be non-sexual, the same thing with blow and cocaine. You're not blowing anything. You're doing the opposite. You're snorting it up. Why is it called blow?
Why do we say take a shit when we're leaving it?
Yeah.
This is what you're going to get when you tune into the Vinyl Community Guncles.
Why do you drive in a parkway and park in a driveway?
Hand job is a hand.
I have to admit, that is a Gallagher joke who recently passed away.
I have
don't worry, his brother is continuing
all the time.
Right, I figured he was. That is quite the controversy with the brother Gallagher.
He sold
to the devil?
Act to his brother.
Oh wow, he did. Because I know the brother was going around doing it when he wasn't supposed. He just stole it basically.
He sold it to him.
But aside from the watermelon stuff, because everybody just thinks of Gallagher as the guy that crushes watermelon. But he had really funny content too. I mean, the puns and
I thought you were talking about Oasis and the Gallagher brothers.
Oh, good God. That's another English thing. They're always going on about Oasis, and it's like, dude, they're a one-hit wonder over here. Just stop.
Those are
two-hit wonder. Two-hit wonder.
Yeah. No.
I know. Everybody
when you have the battle.
No, they're not a two-hit wonder. They're the next Beatles. No, they're a two-hit wonder, man. Calm down.
It's like, they did 2 songs, and that was
a little something.
Yeah, Champagne Supernova and Wonderwall. And if you
Terrible
want to dig a little
song.
deeper, "Live Forever," was a
Terrible.
rock radio thing for a while.
Terrible.
It was on their
song.
first album.
And I'm sorry,
they-
when you want to go with who's better when they were having that battle of Blur over fucking.
Oh my
Blur.
God, Blur all the
Blur.
way.
All the
Fucking-
way.
which-
Really?
Blur.
Blur.
Yes.
Blur.
Not
No,
even
I'm going
close.
with Oasis.
Blur is
No,
so
Blur is
much
so
Blur.
much better than Oasis.
MOR song 2.
No.
What's
No.
the
and what
no.
and what
There's
uh,
no other
Alvin
way.
ended up doing later.
Yeah,
is
and
a
girls,
development
girls and
delay.
boys, the Blur song. I mean, that's like he's throwing up now, but I mean, does he put that on there? But I mean,
That was such a
No,
great
no.
he would even
song.
agree that Blur
I
is
remember
better
that
than
in the club.
Oasis.
Singing for him, girls who like boys,
I
who
don't
do
know.
boys, who like
I
girls,
also
who
don't give a
girls
shit,
like their
but-
boys when they're boys.
No,
girl.
my stock is in Oasis. I
Oh,
always loved
Mike.
Oasis.
Fuck
They, no,
Oasis.
no, oh, Mike me. Stop, oh,
Girl,
Mike
you need to sell that
I
back
am
before it loses
fucking
any
Mike
more
and you
money.
They were
well.
my guilty pleasure for years.
They're terrible.
Then that says it all. If they're a guilty pleasure,
No, they're good. They're
They're
good.
terrible.
They are not good. Oh,
Oasis is not good.
all this arguing and shit, and it's just like, come on,
Oh my
with
God,
the two
I
brothers.
This is why
I
people tune
think
in.
a fucking what? Who are those people that did that terrible Bittersweet Symphony song?
The Verve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is Oasis.
The Verve. That's just a stolen from the Rolling Stones.
They're fucking they're the same band.
I think Oasis is a very good band, but they're just a bunch of D-bags.
They're wankers.
They're awful. They're wankers. They're awful
Yeah.
human beings.
Yeah, I'm
and
sorry.
I have no
to
interest.
use
I have
this.
no interest in anything that they do. I just.
I'm
they're-
sorry
they're
for
horrible
all y'all
people.
that love.
They're horrible people.
Oasis.
That Liam is awful. That Noel
Terrible
is pretty hot.
comedian.
Yeah, but the question was Blur versus Oasis.
Yeah, Blur.
yeah,
I don't
Blur
even
for
know.
sure.
Honestly, I could not name a Blur song. So
We just named like
We
four.
just named
There's no
50.
other way.
I
Girls
said
and boys.
you just
MOR.
name. You
Song
just name.
2.
I don't know.
Woohoo!
Beetle Bum.
Heavy metal.
Oh, that Boo Boo.
Yeah, that's heavy metal.
Oh, that's Blur?
Woohoo! When
Yeah,
I feel heavy metal.
Yeah, that's
Woohoo!
that's great.
And the work that he's done with the
really
Gorillas
cool,
has been
like-
very, very interesting.
There's a really cool remix of Blur of song 2 that is like all techno.
Yeah, 'cause-
and it goes,
'cause
"Na, na,
that's-
na, 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 na." It's
Oh, I
so-
have that.
It's
Yeah,
so
no one
fucking
needs
cool.
that.
I have
Everybody needs that.
Nobody needs that.
Yes.
You were rude in my dreams. Yes.
You know what? I
Oh
just
my
whispered
God.
that in your ear.
What? What?
Oh my God, Blur here too. Gorillas? That's not even a real group. Blur.
I like Gorillas.
I like
Yeah,
Gorillas.
but
I
Gorillas
like
are right.
what
But I
he's
don't-
done with
but
Gorillas. I
Gorillas
think it's
is
really,
pretty
really
much
Gorillas
interesting.
is like
We get-
silly.
I think it's a
And
very
Gorillas right
innovative-
now sounds really dated. They sound really dated if you listen to them now.
And they did that song with Robert Smith.
I
that was
agree.
terrible.
I agree, Robert. They do sound very dated.
Tender, Resign, Coffee TV. I love me some Blur. I do. And
Couldn't
actually,
name
one
a
of the things,
Blur song.
one of the things that I didn't mention
Really?
in the album thing, I feel that Daniel Britt and your friends over at Spoon, there were some Blur moments in that record.
You know
There
who
were-
I
Yeah, I would
Blur.
go, yeah, I can see
I
that.
love
You know-
my
you.
friends over
You know who I
Spoon.
thought was a big
Our
influence
friends
with
over at Spoon, there were some
Spoon?
Blur moments in that record.
Yeah, the first two Gorillas were good. They only have two.
I think they have like 50.
Oh.
No, they have like 3 or
Newer
4
ones.
albums. But
The first couple were.
you know when it goes
Pain,
go
though,
back to,
Blur or Oasis?
to
Yeah, that was the
Spoon,
question.
That's
you
the
know
question.
another
Pain,
influence
Blur,
I
or
heard of
Oasis.
that Spoon
Blur,
record
or Oasis.
Hi,
that
Terry.
I didn't bring up
Hi,
was-
Terry.
the Kinks.
Like Terry is hanging out.
Come over, Terry. Come up and see me sometime. I see a shadow.
Like-
He's looking at some
He
music.
just put a chord in the jukebox.
I hear a lot of Kinks
Go
in
rock
the
the
in
jukebox.
Spoon.
Thank
in
you.
that early Spoon
You're
record.
right.
That was something I didn't bring up when I was talking about the review.
Oh, wait,
but,
I missed it.
but there's some definite Kinks influences going on.
Hopefully, it's not the
They
Misfits
are-
album. I just heard that
Very
thing. That's
interesting band.
terrible. That Misfits album from the
So you
Kinks.
guys are like, what?
The Misfits album from the Kinks. That's terrible.
They have
I
an
just heard
album
that.
called Misfits.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh
good.
yeah, that.
Wait, really?
Yeah. It's
It's a
Thanks,
70s classic.
And the
oh
cover,
my god.
the cover of that album is awful
is.
as well.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
That's the only thing I've ever posted on Instagram where I literally have my thumb down on it.
Did I miss
Oh,
that?
that's
Hi,
going
Terry.
So that's official then. It proves it. My thumb's down.
Yeah, your thumbs rule the world.
That's
You're
a
like
great
Beyonce.
Ooh, the thumb.
You run the world.
You know
So
what?
I stiffened my thumb.
Listen.
I am so like that's going to be my next record to all of us need to review.
Oh yeah, you're right, Shane.
Which
It
one?
might
I could
also be
review
like a
Misfits
month
from
off.
the Kinks. I did that on my Instagram. I'll do it again. It's terrible.
Why is it
Dude.
terrible?
Because it's him whining being a rock star again, but this time he adds on the whole thing about
That's
like biting
okay.
the hand that feeds him with that rock and roll fantasy thing,
Oh,
and then the whole
But
thing
that's
about
okay. Why is that
do
wrong?
it.
because he adds the whole biting the hands that feed. It's just terrible. He instead of like being the guy that's like
That reminds me
you
of
know
a bra.
going up against.
So you're going
Is
back
that-
to what he should be and not what he is.
Don't.
Yeah, instead of like being the guy that's like railing against society, he's railing against like the poor people and stuff, and the people that you know support him.
Railing against the poor people.
It's because he became a sir. I don't know when he became a sir, but yeah, I mean, it's,
I'm-
and then the whole thing.
okay,
What's
I
the one
just
about
heard-
putting on the guy that puts on the dress and stuff? Instead of being like a smart, like you know, he's just like anybody else. He's just going off on the guy. It's terrible. I don't know. I'd have to revisit it.
You know, I'm pretty sure Ray Davies has just written about his life and what is
Hi,
going
Terry.
on. Hi, Terry.
No, he didn't. That's my whole point. He used to. Not on that album.
What was his life? You don't think that was what he was going through in 1973? Whatever.
No,
that
I was
was.
no,
alive
that's like
when I was alive.
1977, right?
It's
Oh,
even
it's Lion
later. Yeah, it might
Heroes.
even be
Okay.
later. Yeah. I don't know. I love that record. I love that record.
Oh, for
You
God's
love
sakes.
it. I've never
Oh my
heard
god.
And then when Misfits come along, they're no longer a relatable. Well, he's no longer doing relatable lyrics. He's coming off as a hoity-toity guy up here, looking down
And
on
I'm
the
not familiar
Misfits
with
of the
Misfits,
word.
so I cannot
well,
comment on
that's my whole
Misfits.
problem with that album. He's looking down and being critical of the Misfits of the world instead of celebrating like they did on previous albums.
And-
Where,
and I-
like
and I
a perfect
later-
example is the difference between I think it's called "In the Closet"
say
or
that.
"Coming Out of the Wardrobe" or something. Take that and against Lola, and it's two completely different points of view. You know, he's like doing what everybody else does in Misfits. He's just going off on these people like they're pieces of shit.
And right
Instead
about the
time
of
of
celebrating the
Lola,
Misfits and
better.
celebrating the weirdos.
right
Yeah,
about the
but-
time of Lola is about when I started losing interest in the Kinks because everything after that seemed to be reductive.
No.
And Misfits is quite a bit after that.
Yeah,
That's my whole point. You and I agree.
We are the Misfits and we're gonna get her. We are
I-
the Misfits. Our songs are better. Sorry. I'm singing Gem.
Maybe
You
that's
know,
why Chrissy Hine
It's fucking
decided to
truly
leave.
outrageous.
No, I think artists and creators and songwriters they create about what's going on in their lives, and I think Ray and Dave they just that's what they do. They just like evolve, and they just every artist that we all love does the exact same thing. I don't think it makes it right. I don't think it makes
I think
it
an artist
right
will do
or
that. They
wrong
will
or less
evolve.
popular or more popular. You know, I mean,
Oh, I don't care about
They will
popular.
evolve. And
No,
But I
they
agree
will
with.
make
But look
music
at what
that
the songs that Chris has. Chris has those great songs from Lola, great. Victoria, awesome. Ape Man's pretty cool. I don't know This Time Tomorrow, but those are all songs from the great era.
yeah.
And then
I
he
mean,
goes
there's
on to say
definitely
that
a-
there's nothing after 72. Yeah, okay.
all bands. at
No,
some point-
I mean, Sleepwalker is the
Thank you.
Wait,
Blur,
Sleepwalker's
Blur,
what?
Blur,
I haven't heard
Blur.
Sleepwalker. What is Sleepwalker?
no
Is
Sleepwalker is like my favorite
Oh, okay.
Kinks album.
Wasn't that
It's
a
Sounds
really
Sleepwalker. I haven't heard that. I like
really
Come
fantastic.
Dancing.
But that
I like something
way
else.
before Come Dancing.
I'm just
But,
saying I like
yeah,
that. That's
I mean,
a later song that I
Dancing-
like.
I
As
think
we're
there's always
arguing,
a
we're getting
point-
more viewers.
Wait.
Have you seen that?
Oh,
Yeah. No, that's why we're Guncles. Wait, you like
We
Come
are the
Dancing, but you
Guncles.
don't like
Better.
Sleepwalker.
No, I don't know Sleepwalker.
But you know Come Dancing.
Come Dancing.
Yeah, Come Dancing's on State of Confusion.
I don't know what it's on.
One of the worst Kinks albums ever.
I don't know the
ever
whole album. I
recorded.
just like Come Dancing because that was 83
Come
videos. You know, I'm getting
Dancing.
into current music kind of stuff. But I don't know Sleepwalker that well, but I do not like that Misfits
Oh,
album.
Sleepwalker is like Sleepwalker is absolutely. It's a late '70s. It's got that sound, that late '70s sound. It's absolutely fantastic.
I don't know about their sound. It was the
Jesus.
lyrics of Misfits that really was the turnoff.
I think that there's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
point where all bands, you know, they become in they're creating the music that is, you know, about them, that they are trying to profess, and there's a point that all bands face with their success, where, you know, something is going to happen. Either they're going to remain true to the muse that created what they were creating, or they're going to shift to accommodate their new status. And I think there was a point with the Kinks where they were, to me, they were like the Beatles, they were like the Rolling Stones. They were the most influential, important rock and pop music band coming out of England in that era. And then
The first album is incredible.
Then they hit this point where, all right, the money and fame kind of started doing something to them. And that's just my reaction
Oh my
to
God!
it.
First of all, can I just tell? I just heard Craig flush a toilet.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like Ray Davies spent all those great lyrics, like kind of thumbing his nose at the upper crust and being very clever with that. And then with Misfits, he switched it around and became the upper crust, thumbing his nose at, you know,
and there are
They also changed
songwriters
record labels,
and there are
on
musicians
Misfits, right?
who will.
I don't know. I know they were on a different. They were on Arista. I don't know when they.
Yeah,
did
I think
that,
I think Misfits went to Arista.
There
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they.
Yeah, that's very
We can
true.
talk-
We went from Oasis to the Kinks. Next, we'll talk about the Black Crows. Bickering brothers.
But I think
I have nothing to say about those motherfuckers.
Their first.
I like the Black Crows. I like the first
I like
two
the
records.
second album the best.
Oh, I love their first record. I don't want anything after that.
The
And
first
speaking
two,
of, you got to check out their second one. Oh, the second one.
Really? Well, actually,
Southern
Raiders
Harmony,
Did By My
whatever it
Side
was.
was
They've
phenomenal.
never heard a Black Crowes record.
Oh my god! And then
Oh
stay
my
away. But as
God.
far as records, though, like I was talking about earlier with those horrible pressings,
holy fucking
stay
shit.
away from the
I
reissues.
know, I'm
The
sorry,
Black Crows
I'm sorry,
reissues
Richard.
vinyl is horrible. You want to stick with CDs. The
Oh
Black
my
Crows
God.
vinyl is terrible.
I have
Southern
the.
Harmony. Oh Jesus!
I have the.
You don't think that's a great fucking record?
I have the.
That's a 5
I've never
rainbow
heard it.
album.
I've never heard it.
Next album.
Yeah.
Next. Get ready for it because I'm after Richard. Black Crows, Southern Harmony.
Holy
and
shit! That record is like the Exile on Main Street for
Oh,
a
wait, does that have
1990s
Remedy?
rock band. It is a
What?
fucking incredible album.
Yeah,
Remedies
that's a great
on
album.
Everything about
Right?
all the way
everything
through.
about that.
My
What
morning
else is it?
song, as far as deep album tracks, that's incredible.
I'm a preacher with a
Listen.
mouthful of spiders. Oh my
Listen.
God, that line!
I've
is
got a
so-
mouthful of
Listen.
slippers and a mouthful of spiders.
Yeah.
The
Jesus,
politics
that's
of a
a-
world's greatest liar.
So great.
Yeah.
Isn't Remedy on that one?
Yeah, Remedy's on there too.
I need
Can't wait to hear this album.
Well, you will in 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah but the first one has "She Talks to Angels" on it.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Shut it!
Oh, that's awful song.
I'm gonna have
Yeah,
an
that's-
itchy
that's a little
fucking
worse.
nose.
How is that
again.
an awful song?
and you know what? It was an era of my. It kind of goes back to just like that
Glasses
whole.
off.
Yeah.
Oh my god! To continue ripping
I was
off S.
Right? Right. I am gonna fucking rip off as you were. I'm gonna.
We're gonna have to have
Jane's
one of us is gonna have to have a
Ritual.
hat with long
Isn't it
hair.
like
The other
one
one's gonna have
Ritual?
to have like sunglasses, red sunglasses.
Isn't it like
Hey,
one
Craig.
o'clock
Just
in the
total
morning?
rip off.
Wait,
You are a
hold
very
on.
good kisser.
Isn't it
You 1
o'clock in the morning?
Jane's Addiction Ritual de lo Habitual?
I couldn't even
No-
name a fucking
Nothing shocking.
Jane's
is better.
Addiction song.
Yeah, nothing
I have
shocking. I just
no
heard that
idea.
album last
Oh
week.
my
What a
God!
great album. I did
Yeah.
a picture trying to be like the naked women on the front. I don't know if I'm going to post that on Instagram or not.
Well, at least send it. At least send it to us.
Okay.
Yeah, send it to us.
You haven't listened? Oh, you've got to listen to
I really-
Ritual de lo
The
Habitual.
Ritual is good, but
Or-
nothing shocking is better.
Nothing shocking's better. Yeah.
I-
Ritual
I-
habitual
Nothing
is
shocking.
Sorry.
poppy compared to that.
I am fucking standing in the shower thinking, and I'm
Pissing on myself.
Standing in the shower thinking.
I told
But a
I
man
told
who
you
don't
this
like
the
a
last
man.
time we were doing this. I lost a lot of music in the 90s.
Oh my
A lot
god.
of
Well,
music
good, because
in
this
the
is
90s.
1988.
Pissing on myself.
Exactly.
But Mountain Song, though.
Wait, what's that one?
Fuck.
Oh, I have
Mountain
heard.
Song? That's fucking
Mountain Song.
I've heard that record.
That
Yeah.
is-
And that's
Yeah.
fucking Maclamay. That's fucking hodgepodge. What is that shit that you make shit out of? That fucking Perry.
Paper
did.
mache?
Paper mache, he made those, yeah.
He made those off of a model of his girlfriend at the
That's the kind of music I have to listen to when Terry's not home.
Wow. And as a novice to this, who is the lead singer for
Perry Farrell.
Addiction?
time. Perry Farrell.
Okay,
James-
so he was also the lead singer for Velvet Revolver, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Terry.
Was he? Hi, Terry.
He's the best. I love Terry.
He's got a vocal style that some people
Right.
might not find very appealing.
He-
But
Yeah, he was on Velvet Revolver, right?
I don't know.
He
Yeah,
was
Jane
great.
Says is on there too. That's why I said that about him, because he didn't like Jane Says. But yeah, Porno for
He's
Pyros is kind
really
of.
good.
I don't know about Porno for. They
He's
were
not.
okay.
He's Porno for Pyros is later. Farrell, his voice kind of he lost
Yeah,
the range.
Well, and he's getting preoccupied with running Lollapalooza, and
But he also lost
He's
his
the busy
range
guy.
because I bought
Busy guy.
the
Absolutely
the
fantastic.
reissue of Ritual de lo Habitual that they did.
somebody said he
and
was in Velvet Revolver.
Classic
Everybody
girl.
on that record
Oh,
is
classic
so
girl.
perfect, is so right on. But Farrell's vocals, he lost his range. And it just doesn't come off like it was. But oh my God, yes, it's just Jane's Addiction is they're fucking tens, man. Those two albums, they're tens.
Mike has taken out the earbuds. It's over.
What? What? Put him back in, Mikey.
I'm losing you guys. I'm sorry.
Don't lose
Can you
me.
hear me?
Don't lose me. We've been ripping off our friends as it should be and talking about them. I don't know if y'all saw their last video, the 86, 87, one of those years. But they were talking about their worst songs ever or whatever of that year.
I know, and they said Samantha Fox touched me. What the hell was
Yeah.
that?
But Crystal
Man, really sucks.
fucking said The Lady in Red. I thought I was gonna die.
Okay, well, I can see that. That's terrible.
Shut your
But I'm-
face. The Lady
All right.
in Red is the best song that was ever created.
Oh my
I'm
God!
sorry,
Wow,
I'm
why?
losing-
Lady in Red is dancing with me cheek to motherfucking cheek. Fuck it.
Nobody here except you and me. It's how I want to be, and I hardly know this woman by my side.
What the hell are we talking about?
We're
We
talking
are
about Chris
about
DeBerg, the Lady in Red. He likes that
Lady
song for some reason.
Motherfucking Red.
Oh,
That's
like
from
her.
Gregory Abbott.
And I think,
Down.
you know what, we found our year. It's 1986, because I disagreed with so much of what they said on there.
All right, here's something we can do right now. what is
Right now. Thank you,
the
Richard.
strangest or weirdest or most out of character purchase that you have made in the last couple of weeks?
My new release, no.
The strangest or weirdest or most out of character record that you
I don't buy a lot of
purchased?
records since I got that record cleaner. It's like I'm going through my records and cleaning all of them.
Well,
so I don't buy a lot.
then just your most recent one, even if it was 6 months ago.
The most recent one I posted on Instagram is Steven Wilson.
Oh yeah, you did. You just posted that. That's
It's
weird.
very out of character for me to post a record that's from this century.
When you posted that, I was like, wait.
He listens to records from like the last 20 years? What?
Yeah.
All right,
Is it good?
I got two.
Is
here.
it good? Because I like
got two
Steven
here.
Wilson, I like what he does, and I like Porcupine Tree, or what is that? What is it?
Yeah, he came from Porcupine Tree.
But it's odd, but I'm fascinated by it.
It is
I
odd.
really
It's I was gonna say, but I didn't want to insult Pink Floyd on Instagram. But I was gonna say this would be like Pink Floyd sounds like now if they didn't get boring and bloated. This is what they would sound like. It's very progressive. It's very challenging in some parts. It goes from being it's frantic. It goes from being very loud to very, very soft very quickly. It's but it demands your attention. I guess any record really demands your attention, but it's not the kind of thing you can kind of listen to
everyone
passively.
should.
Right.
That's what that what you just said is how I really like to describe Porcupine Tree in general and Steven Wilson. It demands your attention. It really does.
Yes.
And you really, it's not something that you can put on and do other shit. You need to be listening to it and immersing yourself, into, that record. And that is a very apt description. What Pink Floyd could have been if they hadn't become so Roger Waters-eyed and obsessed with their, with his particular, whatever.
Charlie Rich is more of a jazz piano. It's like jazz piano country. It's almost like lounge, jazz piano country. It is definitely not outlaw.
This is one that I just bought recently because of the cover.
Are not muted here. I don't know.
I picked cover. Apparently, I don't know what I did, but I muted me because I'm stupid.
No, you're
not.
No, you farted and you were like, I can't fart.
Clumsy, perhaps.
I have gas.
Stupid.
I have gas.
Put your hands up. Remember, just throw your arms up.
That's right.
You're all
That'll cure everything. Perhaps even the farts.
What is that, Richard?
This is.
It's pretty.
I mean, look at that cover.
It's a typical Richard record. You know how it is.
It's like pretty.
And no one speaks English.
Look at that. It's like.
Craig's going to throw out Dolly Parton next and be like, "Hey, blind buy."
That's a blind buy.
This is a
fucking blind buy.
This is a Japanese band.
When you put out Japanese, exactly. When you put out Ted Nugent, then I'll believe it was something that's atypical.
Oh, Vince wants shot.
This one.
No one is watching this, by the way.
This one is because
more people are watching now than were watching. They know exactly what's up.
This record is very good.
They're
record
waiting
is very
for us
good.
to take off our shirts again. That's what they're fucking doing.
Psychedelic kind of prog. But here's one that Craig inspired me to buy.
I inspired you?
Wait,
Yes.
Craig?
I never inspire anybody.
After
You inspired me to listen to a whole Leonard Lovitch album.
After you mentioned this in a recent video, I saw it in a record store.
Craig is also the
Revolting
kisser,
Cock. Yeah.
And
nice.
I bought it.
Yeah.
Did you get
And I also got the very cool,
that's a cool pressing, isn't it?
That looks like a diarrhea
the
splash
red one.
pressing.
Well,
No.
it
Nice,
is
Robert.
beers, steers, and
I really
queers. So there's a little bit of
Beers,
shit being
steers,
splattered.
and queers.
So,
Years.
and I tell you
queers.
what, that's a fucking
Yeah.
great album.
That is
Keep
really
waiting,
great.
Dewey. Dewey,
That's awesome.
how 12-inch.
Best.
That album is really fucking
fun.
good.
It's fun, right?
I need to check that out.
Have you
really
ever,
want-
Craig? Have you ever listened to Butthole Servers?
I love them.
Yes.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I love them. I love them. I really want. So I think it was the next one of Revolting Cocks, the Linger Ficking Good. That is the one I really, really. So you have the cassette tape.
Yeah,
with
we
the-
go way back. I have the
That's
cassette tape from the original days.
She worked in music.
Oh.
There's
Silence
other gay people
equals
in this
death.
final community too, but they need to
He
step
got
up.
They need to
You know.
step up. I
Nick-
mean, I
Nick
don't
got
know. I know the
times.
four of us.
I don't do what I suspect. Otherwise, I'd give a list of like 16 people.
And when
No,
you
he's open and
There might be a
When-
couple of really big channels that I would suspect. But
yeah, there's some people that are like, come on, dude.
oh, like
Just,
that,
just come on.
that one,
Right.
You know, there's always been
That
this
one.
thing with
Yeah.
With-
That guy, yes,
Yeah,
exactly,
musicians.
that guy. That's
We all
just
know.
gotta
Oh,
be.
wait,
Come on.
private chat. Okay.
there's always been that sort
Uh,
of thing with musicians. For
Private chat,
example,
I'll do that right now.
Wait,
How do I do that? I just
Okay,
missed the
uh,
private.
just
Oh, there it
the
is.
private
No
chat,
idea.
and what the fuck is the name though?
Well, I think of people like Michael Stipe.
Oh my God, Fithin.
We just did the same name. That's official.
oh my god, I'm
What the
not
fuck
in the
is going
private
on?
chat, but I'm pretty sure I know.
Oh
who it is.
shit! Like it came up at the exact same time.
Mikey, I'll message you and you'll see it later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I
We
see
put up
that.
the same name at the same damn. Richard's gone. Richard, we already knew it wasn't you.
Where the hell did Richard go?
Is it Richard? Richard's
No.
gay?
Yes, Richard's
Oh,
gay.
Richard.
Now we outed him. Oh shit, we're motherfuckers.
Damn it.
Oh my god,
Hey, where's
he's talking.
Mikey?
Here he
Okay.
is.
I'm sorry.
He's telling back.
I went to look at the comments.
I'm freaking out.
And
I'm freaking
you know
out.
that
Okay.
were and I was like, oh my god, and then I tried to come back into whatever, and yeah, fuck.
And there you were
Uh,
gone. And there you
But
were.
I understand what you're talking about
Oh, wait.
now. So
How do I go to the private chat? Oh my god, if I hit this button, am I going to disappear?
We'll find out.
yeah,
Big-
that's what happened to me because when I went to the private chat,
Oh,
and then I tried to go back to the
Although I
Okay,
fucked
how
up
do I
on
get
that.
back?
I mean, I'm pretty
Then
sure
that's
that
when I
guy's
got
got
kicked
change
out.
for a 9.
Thank you. $3
you
bill,
know,
y'all.
okay.
Okay, Richard.
Can we?
Yes.
Why you
Thank
always-
you for
Richard is
joining us.
hungry.
Please enter the contest. You know the rules.
Thank you, Terry.
Once again, we are the Vinyl Community Guncles. Almost 7 hours of this nonsense.
This
I'm
one
Robert
was
Fithin,
longer.
along with.
hungry.
Richard here at Calvin Wazoo.
Oh, I'm Craig at the Vinyl Plethora. Mine.
And I'm done.
You
Thank
are.
you so much for joining us. Please consider liking the video and subscribing and
yeah.
hit the notifications so
Like
you'll know the
it.
next time we go live. And we will hopefully talk to you again next time.
Thank you.
Next time.